19-5. They've taken 2 out of 3 from Cleveland and 3 out of 4 from Houston. At some point in time, we've got to start talking about the A's as a team that has a legitimate chance to continue to climb back in this thing. Burnsy, you've been on teams. One, they have quick strike power. They've got 4th in the American League in home runs, and they hit home runs on the road with a dominant bullpen. So they have some anchors on this team. But their collective confidence as a team right now, these guys believe they can win.
Can I point something out here, Eric, before you jump in, just as we're looking at this graphic here? They take 3 out of 4. They were that one freak play away from sweeping this series. And again, they were down on against Charlie Morton. They were down 4-0 through 4 against Morton. And Morton looked excellent. You figure, all right, it's not going their way. But once they started swinging again, you got that feeling, no, man, here are the A's. This was an excellent series against clearly a team that is among, if not the best in baseball.
We went into several camps, like Greg Amsinger and myself, during spring training. And of all the camps that we went into, him and I both looked at each other and were like, wow, like there's something special about this team. And I don't know exactly what it is because there's 0 expectations on the Oakland Athletics going in. But you kind of look at us and say, Oakland outcast island, man, because no one wants to talk about these guys. Of course, Matt Olson, we got him rolling his Gilligan. He came on last season, and what he did in a short period of time, like 20 jacks and, I don't know, like 20 at-bats or whatever it was, is something stupid. But it's like, wait, hold on a second. Where did this dude come from? And all of a sudden, he's doing what he's doing. Of course, you got the professor here in Oakland, and throw the glasses there on Jed Lowry, throwing the double ear flaps. Talk about, I don't know, quiet. I don't know if I want to put superstar label on him. I think that's aggressive. But this dude is just an unbelievable baseball player, both sides of the ball, does everything well. Of course he went to Stanford, and that's why we're going to peg him as a professor. And then we got the millionaire. I mean, you're hitting 40-plus a year. Go ahead and make that Chris Davis. Why not? Chris Davis has been hot as of late. Now, the funny thing is he hasn't been hitting a ton of home runs, but he's actually really starting to hit. Yeah, that short, compact, powerful swing that he brings to the table on a nightly basis is nasty. And Matt Chapman, this is interesting because Matt Olson said when Matt Chapman came over and they, first met, whatever, Matt Chapman said something to him along the lines of like, hey, guess what? I want to change the game defensively. That's right. Change the game of baseball defensively. Well, guess what? He has changed the game of baseball defensively. This quite possibly could be the best third baseman, right up there with Nolan Arenado in baseball, doing what he does defensively. It's absolute joke. Great, huge, big hit today. And then, of course, Blake Trinan. I mean, right? Here he is. Here's the one all-star that they got doing what he's doing. He's got that nasty little whatever that is. Look, everything comes out looking the same, and then it dives to the left and dives to the right. Either it's the tight little slider or it's got the change-up that will go down and away from the lefties. He tunnels exceptionally well.
His movement is so late as it gets to it. And then the kid today, Trevino, where did they get him from? He's throwing 99 with 95-mile-an-hour cutters late in the game to close it out.
Can I ask you something pertinent? I love that, by the way. I like the Thurston.
Yeah, I love that show, by the way.
Thurston Howell. All right, so they're 5.5 behind the Mariners. Can they track them down?
I believe they can. I truly believe when you have 10 games left against the team you're chasing with no one else around you, just head-to-head matchups, if you can creep that thing within 4 games going into September, 3 ideally, they're in it, guys. They are in it. I'm not sure, it's interesting because you say that, and I've been thinking about it since you brought that up in the meeting earlier. I'm not sure the Seattle Mariners are better. And it's like the more I look at it, I'm just kind of like, and at first I thought they were. And now I'm like, you know what? So long as the A's feel like they can compete with them, why not buy at that trade deadline? Why not try to bring somebody in? It looks like they could use another starter, right? To put them over the top.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I think they're very comparable, Mariners and A's. Now, it's still 5.5
Sure,
gap.
still a big gap.
That's a big gap there. All right, again, but the A's are involved, and that's interesting.